NVIDIA CEO says video games will be totally infused with AI. I saw this article on Facebook yesterday when I was browsing. Yeah, I'm a fucking boomer. Go ahead and make fun of me. It caught my attention because NVIDIA has recently been blowing up in terms of stock value. I'm not really a stock guy, and I'm not really an AI guy either. I'm not going to pretend to be. I'm not extremely knowledgeable on either of those topics. I haven't really read too much into this, so we're kind of just going to go through this together. NVIDIA CEO and co-founder Jensen Huang is making a prediction that his company is in a unique position to both realize and profit from. Soon, he says virtually every aspect of video games could be infused with AI. My first thought when I read that is, are they going to put like ChatGPT into NPC's dialogue or something so you can like actually talk to the NPC as if it's a real person? You can actually type in what you want to say and the NPC will respond. Or maybe they use AI-driven storylines, almost like a live dungeon master if you're a D&D person that just generates storylines as you play through the game, and it's unique to each person. It's a unique experience each time. I'm not an AI person, I'm not a professional in this by any means, so it's carved out a significant secondary role in gaming. Features like DLSS, which only runs on modern NVIDIA cards. DLSS, I had no clue what this was, so I googled it. I've seen DLSS settings in games like Greystone Warfare and shit like that, like the newer games, they do have a DLSS setting. I never really knew what that was, so we're gonna learn what that is together today. And it stands for Deep Learning Super Sampling. DLSS features super resolution and deep learning anti-aliasing. So there's multiple types or versions of DLSS, and there's 3 major DLSS features. This one seems to be like the most high-tech one because only one version of DLSS actually supports ray reconstruction. That's interesting. So the first thing, DLSS frame generation boosts performance by using AI to generate more frames while maintaining great responsiveness with NVIDIA Reflex. DLSS analyzes sequential frames and motion data from the new optical flow accelerator in GeForce RTX 40 series GPUs to create additional high-quality frames. So it increases your frames. They can use AI to increase your frame rate? That's kind of crazy. DLSS analyzes sequential frames and motion data from the new optical flow accelerator in the 40 series GPUs to create additional high-quality frames. I don't know exactly how frames used to work for this, but now it seems like the new series GPUs can not only give you more frames by being a better GPU, but also create additional high-quality frames. That's my understanding of this. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. Again, I'm not very knowledgeable in this type of thing. DLSS ray reconstruction enhances image quality for all GeForce RTX GPUs by using AI to generate additional pixels for intensive ray trace scenes. So this is kind of similar to the FPS one, but instead of generating additional high quality frames, it's generating additional pixels for the ray reconstruction. Let's take a look. With it off, with it on. Yeah, definitely more like shimmering and water effects. You can definitely see that. The reflections are different as well. DLSS Super Resolution uses AI to output higher resolution frames from a lower resolution input. So what I think this means is if you have lower resolution images, the AI can use the motion data from that information and from prior low resolution images to reconstruct quality images. I don't quite understand this, but it looks like another FPS boosting thing. Yeah, I'm really dumb, guys. I'm not well versed in this kind of stuff. Features like DLSS, which only run on modern NVIDIA cards, use AI to boost frame rates and generate higher resolution images. That's what we just looked at, for which it's become a staple of PC gaming in the mere 5 years since it came out. Yep, absolutely. We already used the idea of neural graphics, Huang said at the Computex Tech Expo in Taipei, at which he was received like a rock star clad in his signature leather jacket and signing a woman's chest. Referring to DLSS and other features, the DLSS of course being the deep learning AI frame generation technology and all that stuff. The games won't just be graphical, however. The dialogue of NPCs in open world games, for example, could be AI generated. Imagine you're playing like Skyrim or Cyberpunk or something, and when you talk to the NPCs, instead of there being preset dialogue options that you can go through, it's like you implement ChatGPT into the game or something. You could still have preset options, or you could type in what you want to say to the NPC, or just straight up say it into a mic. The game is smart enough to communicate and talk with you. That would be really cool. Imagine they have that with what's the fucking goggles that people wear? Virtual reality, VR. That's what it's called. VR headset. Imagine you had the AI generated dialogue and you had the VR headset. I feel like that might be the direction that the future's moving in terms of video games. That would be awesome. What do you guys think about that? I wonder how long it's going to be until VR is the new standard for gaming. Probably like another 10 years or something. Perhaps in competitive games, your opponent or comrade could be an AI that plays like a natural esports pro, slotting in seamlessly seamlessly with other human players. Yeah, I saw a video or a take someone had where the anti-cheat in the future would just be AI players, in that you would never have to fight a cheater anymore because everybody would just be playing AIs, and the AI and playing AIs would be almost impossible to differentiate because the AI just learns how actual humans play and plays like the article says, natural esports pro. That would be really fucking weird. I don't know if that would ruin the experience for some people. I personally like the fact that I know I'm playing against a human, and playing against an AI, no matter how human like it is, kind of ruins it for me. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's my personal take on that. I like knowing that I'm playing against a human player, and playing against an AI, no matter how human like it is, still playing against an AI, I guess, if that makes sense. It's like having you go into battle with 6 colleagues, and you know all those 6 colleagues, maybe 2 of them are real people, the other 4 are AI, and they can play with you for a long time, so they actually remember you. Yeah, that'd be interesting if the AIs actually remember the information of the people that they play with and against, so that they like counter your play style or something, or they play with you. Like they can kind of read your movements and realize, oh, this is this sort of player, vice versa if they're against you. They can play to counter you. I feel like that'd be really hard to pull off. I'm not an AI guy, but I feel like that would be so much work to have that level of like machine learning where you can just read human movements and gameplay and counter or synergize with that. You'd have to have a really deep understanding of high level play. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong there, to actually program the AI to be able to properly keep up at that level. I mean, the AI can of course have aimbot or like, you know, skill shot bot where it just hits every skill seamlessly, but can it really play like a human in the sense that it makes the proper rotations at the proper time? It can identify how its teammates are playing and move to support, be in the area. How do you really program a bot to do that, I guess? Anyways, this is precisely the kind of narrative a company like Nvidia wants to be dangling. It has long dominated gaming hardware with its graphics cards, and in the past 2 years it had seen itself become a $3 trillion company for its indispensable AI chips, which virtually every major player of the generative AI boom depends on. Yeah, they've really established themselves in the recent AI boom as a big key player. Deepening the relationship between AI and gaming would only serve to bolster Nvidia's dominance, and so Huang, undoubtedly aware of this, has become more vocal about 2 fields supercharging each other as of late. Yeah, I definitely believe that AI is going to be a component in games moving forward, and I can definitely see it happening. How much this is going to replace the human component in competitive games, I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I can definitely see soon AI being implemented into like single player games, story driven games, where each player's experience could be slightly different and slightly tailored to that player. I can definitely see that coming in the near future. So what do you guys think about this? We'll probably start to see more AI elements involved in the games that come out. I'm really interested to see how this impacts like the multiplayer experience. Single player experience, I can totally see how that would be implemented, but in a multiplayer experience, how do you put bots in the game that get into queue just like a person does, and you see the same bot in your game like 3 times during the day if you're like playing all day, and that bot has like a different play style in each game because it's, you know, playing off how your team plays. A little bit different style of video today. I saw this article and I thought that it would be pretty interesting to cover, especially given how Nvidia is really popping off right now. I feel like it's pretty appropriate timing to cover an article like this, and definitely educating myself a little bit about the elements of AI and DLSS and how they're implemented into games as of current. Anyways guys, that's the video. Just a real short one. Just wanted to cover this article. Thanks for